With the number 2 pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders have selected Jayden Daniels, quarterback out of LSU, last year's Heisman Trophy winner, to be their next franchise quarterback, giving birth here to a brand new era of Washington Commanders football, and I couldn't be more excited. Welcome into the Commanders Report. I am your host, Jack Sperry, and today I'm going to be telling you why I love this pick from the Washington Commanders, why I think Jayden Daniels will be a success with the Burgundy and Gold, with Dan Quinn as his head coach, Cliff Kingsbury as his offensive coordinator. I am stoked for the Jayden Daniels era here in the nation's capital, and today we're going to talk about why. Now make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already, because all throughout the draft here, all 3 days, whenever the Commanders make a pick, we are going to be giving you guys a free video here on YouTube breaking down that prospect and who the Commanders are adding to this roster here in the first year of the Dan Quinn and I guess now Jayden Daniels era here in Washington. It's really exciting times, and if the Commanders trade back up into round 1 later this evening, which I think is a significant possibility, we're going to be giving you guys another video tonight, so make sure you click that subscribe button for our extensive Washington Commanders coverage all throughout the 2024 draft. Now, let's talk about Jayden Daniels here, where my counterpart here at Chat Sports, our other NFL draft analyst, Tom Downey, ranks Jayden the number 3 quarterback. He likes Drake May a little bit more. He ranks Jayden the number 17 overall prospect. I have Jayden ranked as my number 2 quarterback, and he's in the top 5 of my overall big board. I am higher on Daniels because of the dynamic rushing ability he brings, mixed with really clean throwing mechanics, pocket footwork, plays with great balance. He mentally processes defenses really well, throws in a beautiful deep ball with excellent touch, super catchable football. And maybe it's not the strongest arm in the world, but hey man, if you can process a defense, if you're accurate with the football, if you're clean with your mechanics, both with your footwork and your upper body throwing mechanics, you're going to be successful in the National Football League. So I think the floor is relatively high here with Jayden Daniels, and he pairs that with just seriously dynamic rushing ability. Opposing defenses that play the Commanders are just simply not going to be able to play straight man coverage unless they have a spy on Daniels. And even then, Daniels is going to be able to run away from these linebackers and safeties that are going to be spying him in the National Football League. So it gives the Commanders offense an instant advantage. And, the guy that he gets compared to here in Lamar Jackson, he was much more raw coming into the league. And 2 years down the road, he was winning an NFL MVP. Jayden Daniels has similar dynamic rushing ability, only he is already a polished passer from the pocket. And I'm so excited to see what the Washington Commanders are going to be able to do with this kind of talent. Now, he is 210 pounds, all right? So at 6'3", over 6'3" here, that's a bit spindly, all right? That's a bit skinny. You can even see it in that picture there where he's not the biggest guy. Now, he does have a nice frame, so I think he can put on some weight here in the first couple years of his career, but he's going to have to learn to protect his body more, all right? Plain and simply, he takes too many big hits on his college film. He's going to have to learn how to slide and take 8 to 10 yards in a first down instead of trying to go for the home run on every single play. I've got more analysis on Jayden Daniels coming up here in just a second, but first, grade the pick for me down there in the comment section. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F. For me personally, this is the pick I would have made. The only quarterback I had graded higher than Daniels this year was Caleb Williams, and I think he's the best quarterback prospect to ever enter the National Football League. So at this position, I think Jayden Daniels was the right pick. I'm going to give it an A, but let me know down there in the comments section what you think for today's pinned comment. In just a second, I'm going to be telling you about today's sponsor at Game Time. But before we get into that, make sure you give me a grade down there in the comments section. And speaking of our sponsor, Game Time here, it is the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater near you. Guys, personally, I'm somebody who likes to get tickets last minute, all right? If I want to go to a concert or if I want to go to an MLB baseball game or a hockey game or basketball game, whatever the case may be, I'm not somebody that likes to plan things in advance, and Game Time is the ticketing app that rewards you for being a last-minute ticket shopper, because not only do they have the lowest price guarantee on any ticket to any event? And it's not just sports, guys. It's music, it's comedy, it's theater, it's all this great stuff. But also they have flash deals right before your event. So you could be somebody that just before your event, you want to get tickets. You get even lower prices with their flash deals, which is absolutely fantastic. Game Time is the fastest growing ticketing app in the United States today, and it is the only ticketing app on the market that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. See the view from your seat before you buy so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive at the arena. And tickets are also sent directly to your phone, another great feature on their app, instead of your email, which just adds another level of user friendliness. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. That's one word, all caps. It's right down there in the bottom right of your screen. ChatSports is the code there. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Now, here's Tom Downey's scouting report on Jayden Daniels here, where he says he's an incredible dual threat that consistently produced big plays in 2023. Absolutely agree with that, especially with his legs. Now, the thing that I will say about Daniels here, guys, is that he's going to get outside of the pocket. If he's doing that, he's not doing it as a passer. He's running the football a lot. He's staying within structure to pass the football. And then if he's going out of structure, you don't really see him being a playmaker with his arm, like on bootlegs or getting outside the pocket out of structure. So that might be something he needs to develop in the National Football League. But at this point, out of structure, he's pretty much strictly a rushing quarterback, and that could lead to potential injuries because of big hits that he's taking, all these different things. So I think he's going to have to find a little bit more balance in how he makes plays outside of structure in the league. That's definitely something for him to improve. Second point, better rushing production than some running backs in the class. Absolutely, man. This guy, the thing that really makes Daniels special, guys, when you watch him on film and what makes him so dynamic is that when he makes cuts, he doesn't slow down. And that is something that is extremely rare, not only in quarterback prospects. I mean, you never see that in quarterback prospects, but you pretty much never see it with running backs or wide receivers. Like, it's just so hard to defy physics that way, where you're running full speed and you're able to change directions without losing steam. That's what Jayden Daniels is able to do, and that's why he had so many long touchdown runs there with the Tigers at LSU last year. Now, he says accuracy can wane in short area throws. I would kind of agree with that, although I do think that he has a much more consistent stroke accuracy-wise than Drake May out of North Carolina. So because of that kind of higher floor, in my opinion, with Jayden Daniels, he was the right pick here over Drake May from North Carolina. Now, you look at the stats last year for Jayden Daniels, it was just unbelievable. Over 72% completion percentage. He was getting through his reads. He was finding the right man. Now, of course, it helps when you have Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. to throw the ball to, but at the end of the day, man, he got the job done, and he was looking really freaking good, and he was doing it in the SEC against really good defenses, pro-style defenses. So he's going to be somebody coming into the league here where I think he's going to be ready to go. 40 touchdowns last year to just 4 picks, over 3,800 yards passing, and that's not even counting the rushing production that he brought to the table in 2023 when, of course, he won the Heisman Trophy. Now, drop a prospect down there in the comments section for me. Who do you think the Commanders should take next? Do you think the Commanders should trade up for somebody? Do you think they should stay put at number 36? I think it's going to be a very interesting dynamic here. I do think Adam Peters is going to try to be aggressive here and try to move up for either an offensive tackle or an edge rusher. And I'm really excited to see what they're going to do here because they've got all this draft capital on day 2 and on day 3. I think they can kind of allocate some of those resources to get a premium player at a premium position along the offensive or defensive line. Now, make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to have more Commanders breaking news coverage for you guys all throughout the 2024 NFL Draft. I cannot wait to see who Adam Peters adds to this roster along with Jayden Daniels. It's definitely off to a good start here with somebody that I believe is going to be a potential superstar in this league. I mean, it's been a long time since the Commanders have had a quarterback this talented with this bright of a future, so it's definitely a bright day in Commanders Nation. That'll be it for me as of right now, guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned just in case the Commanders trade back into the first round. Make sure you click that subscribe button in case they do so. And until next time, hail to the Commanders.